many of the LED technologies are evolving into the TV space. And as you see, the OLED are there. More of the TV itself will be like emerging into the space itself. So TV will not merely a product; it will be part of the space. And maybe in the near future, we will be proposing lots of the TV which is more integrated concept with the space like that. So how we are going to cope with the space as well as the contents. And in addition to the AI proposition of today, the TV will be evolving into more converged product with the space and experience itself. And we definitely think that we will be the leader in the space. And many people are complaining about the pricing, but we have like a legacy and a great history of making those excellent technology to be more affordable to the people. So yeah, maybe some of the early adopters can afford it, but I know that I can even I'm afraid of revealing what the price of today at those kind of TV, but it will be more affordable, and we are very good at like commoditizing those kind of products in the future. But definitely it will be more melting into the space and the experience as well.
Okay.
Anything else to add there, Tiacho?
Yeah, back to 2020 and 13, when I was in Home Entertainment Division. At the time, our team is very eagerly developed 4K UHD TV and OLED TV and smart TV at the same time. And it's enhanced for the customer viewing experience dramatically. And now, for the hardware sense, differentiation is important. And for the software and content side, software platform and UX is important. And nowadays, many medias combine to the TV built-in. So there's another new paradigm. So far, we about 6 or 7 years to integrate many intelligence and contents. And now, around 5 to 10 to 50, now 20% of medias are combined built-in the TV. That's the trend.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I think if you think about it, we're getting so much more content and ability to view 4K, 8K at home. So I think we're going to continue to get more of the TV. On the flip side, I think we're also going to get less. Just like rollable TV, people say I want to experience TV when I watch it, but when I'm not watching it, I want it to disappear. So I think we're going to get more and less at the same time. Any other questions? Go ahead.
Well, so I noticed the BTS little section over there, but I wanted to know what is the future for entertainment that LG would do? Is there any more with that going on, like music entertainment? I'm just curious, what was the thought process of what you think innovatively you can do with entertainment?
Okay, I think the question was, my wife is a big fan of BTS, by the way. So she saw, some materials with BTS. So what do we think of in terms of future of technology and entertainment? Folks, do you want to take that question?
Yeah, actually, that's a question not just for LG Electronics, but the LG Group. And you may or may not know, but LG has one of the subsidiaries, LG U+, which is one of the top 3 mobile carrier in Korea. They're very aggressively pushing 5G infrastructure in Korea. They actually, probably I would say, is probably one of the most aggressive in terms of deploying 5G. So with the new mobile 5G platform and all sorts of different content and the home connected, I think everything has to merge into a single seamless user experience where you're always connected. You're always, you can have access to any content that you want, anywhere, wherever you are. And also not just that, but also with AI, you can seamlessly suggest content that you might want. We should be able to somewhat guess what you would probably want at the time of the day or wherever you are, and just provide things that you might want seamlessly. So I think that's where the content is going, entertainment is going, and I think it's going to be a very exciting future for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I think that comment about 5G is a really interesting one. About 15 years ago, I actually had a chance to visit Korea as a visitor, and this was when they had a gigabit Ethernet long before we're still dealing with the dial-up or even just 1 megabit in US. And I had a very peculiar experience. I went to visit someone, and this person, I will not disclose who, was doing peer-to-peer download of a movie. And there was two things that was interesting. So it took only about 2 minutes to download the whole movie because high-speed internet. But once it finished playing, he deleted the movie, which you would never do in US. So I told him, why did you do that? He's like, oh, it's just as easy to download next time. And I think it was like foretold of kind of streaming as we think about it, right? No one downloads Netflix unless you go on an airplane. But now with a 5G, they're really going to drive in terms of how we consume content. So we're really excited, but I think there are a lot of things that we cannot even imagine will happen in the next 5-10 years. Any other questions? Go ahead.
Speaking of 5G, do you think on planes will we be able to keep our phones on and keep our cellular service going?
I think the question was as related to 5G, will we be able to keep our cell phones on during flight time?
I can answer that question. One of the NBC, my organization and our company are driving into is that not only the autonomous driving car, we are heavily investing ourselves into the aircraft cabin space. And we recently launched can you open that?
I'm not actually sure. Well, so no, so I think
no, there's a news. Okay, there's news coverage. So we will be going into the joint venture with the Lufthansa Technik, one of the world-leading aircraft technology company. So we will be going into the aircraft. And you know that we are very good at communication technology. We will be one of the very first company who will be launched 5G phones. And well, in the airplane, you know, the Wi-Fi is the most advanced the telecommunication protocol. So we will be like evolving the cabin experience into the future. So some of the connectivity will be there. I'm not sure when the 5G will be coming up, but because 5G antenna and so on is pretty big. But with the you don't have any freedom of the Wi-Fi, and you have to pay a lot of money for that. But we will be evolving those experiences to be more affordable, more convenient, for faster connection experience in the future. And we are there. We are in the aviation, like a cabin experience, the business as well. But you'll be, you will soon see what kind of vision we will be presenting to the market.
Yeah, so I think we're actually investing both in technology in terms of communication and even display as it goes to not only cars but airline cockpits and also passenger space. But I think there's still a lot of things that we can do as an industry, getting the common standard. It's not just 5G in a single market, but airplane turns out goes across borders. And some of that cellular technology will need to be harmonized across different countries and regions. So I think there are a lot of innovation happening there, but also regulatory that we need to overcome. I think we have maybe time for one more question. Okay, maybe you guys are a lot more thirstier than I expected. So,
Question about these bots, and it's all about artificial technology, but emotions are very real. So how do you combine that artificial intelligence with things that are very tangible to humans?
Okay, that's a long story. We can have a separate discussion. As you see the time space here and some of the care buds, the emotion is there written. So it's a very analog technology. Analog watches with the position mapping, it's nothing, but it's creating some kind of the exquisite experience on top of the watch. And the robots, why we are spending so much time to develop that eye motion. Like this. We are saying that, God created nature and God created our human being, which is imperfect creature. We are not perfect. So why people are living together like this? We are social existence. So if there's a person who has a disability in the expressing their emotion or social capability, maybe he will not be living that world because he's not social existence. So we have to develop our relationship building capability as well as the good personality to be a good citizen. But AI resembles the human being, which is imperfect creature. So AI also needs like a relationship building capability and the personality in the future. We know that. Actually, we don't know that. Nowadays, AI is saying about what kind of the exact function we are doing, what kind of the functionality they do have. But we see the future, and AI will have those kind of relationship capability and the personality as well. How we can make more personality-based communication with the AI, that's a big task for the engineers like us. So we are heavily going into the more emotional communication with the AI. That's why we are heavily researching into the eye movement and the gesture. In order to have a communication between human beings, we need a gesture like this. But in order to put a manipulation type of the hand into the robot, the hand price itself will be much more expensive than the body or brain of the robots. So instead of that, we do have a projected hand. We can do many of the gestures with the hand, but in affordable price. If we do have both of the like ambidextrous hand, and there maybe robot price could be okay, $15,000 for the home use. That's ridiculous. How we can make it to be more affordable, and how we can provide more emotional communication with the AI. That's a vision for us, and we'll be in the leading position to make it happen. It's a long story though.
Well, thank you very much for coming to our event, and also enjoy the rest of South by Southwest. And
Thank
I
you.
just also thank the three panelists speaking today.
Thank you.
Thank you.